Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're back again.
Hi.
Wait, wrong one. Wait. I'm looking at my webcam. Wait. Again, see, it's opposite. So this is the one. Here. We have a lot of fun together, guys. We really do. And again, the saga on my end. Where's my lightsaber? Still in the attic. I need to grab it. I'm a wuss. Yeah, yours is in the shop. You usually have protection with you, so that's good. And Mom's here to protect us. She has her lightsaber.
I was cutting carrots with mine.
I think like carrots would disintegrate because like the lightsaber or something. Who knows? Oh my god! But lightsabers can do a lot of cool things, and people who use them to cut through thick metal make perfect geometric shapes that are very impressive because it's really hard to even draw those, perfectly. So drawing a circle is really hard. So using not the actual force, but using force to actually push through heavy metal like that and make a perfect circle is pretty impressive.
Yes, it is. But they're Jedi.
But they're Jedi, and they are a lot of fun to watch. Speaking of which, we didn't see any last time.
No,
it was Padme and Satine, and that was fun.
Yeah.
We enjoyed them a lot.
We liked it a lot.
We did, yeah. The banter between them, and they work well together. It looks like this next episode is still following that same arc, so I like it.
Okay.
This one is called The Academy. I'm just going by the thumbnail, but I see Satine in it, and it looks like maybe a school or academy on her planet. And that's all I know. That's all I see. I try not to read the description because I don't want to know.
I can't read
Hopefully
it
they got rid of that
glasses.
I know, yeah, right? Hopefully they took it all back. Now, we didn't really talk about that last time where Satine wanted that place burned. She didn't want any evidence. And that actually gave me a red flag of, well, now she's trying to, like, she's lying now to the public. She doesn't want that out there to show that there was corruption so deep and makes her look bad. So that was kind of odd to me. I can see why she did it, but that shows that people are not perfect and not have the people panic.
Yes, and she should have just gotten rid of the slaveman or slaveman, whatever it was. Just the product instead.
Not everything.
Yeah. So it's just interesting. She got rid of all the evidence. She didn't want any of it left. And she threatened the captain. So then he actually had to go with it. He questioned it. But he questioned a lot of things too. But yeah, like that wasn't a good thing.
Yeah.
So interesting. So I think we should get into this and we'll talk about it afterwards.
All
yes,
right,
let's get into it.
All right, so 306, the Academy. Those who enforce the law must obey the law.
Ooh.
A world in crisis.
Yep.
The future leaders at the Royal Academy of Government must learn the evils of corruption. Yoda feels that only a young Padawan like you can get through to them.
Hopefully. He has faith in you.
That's right.
Do you really want them meddling with our children's education?
Surely there is nothing to fear from exposing them to new ideas, Prime Minister.
That's a good point.
I am grateful that the Jedi Council could spare the two of you to help instruct our leaders and peacekeepers of tomorrow.
I must return to battle immediately.
So you will not be staying, Master Skywalker?
No.
I was happy about that.
These are some of the cadets that you will be instructing, Padawan Tano.
That's a fine weapon. May I see it?
I'm afraid not. Because of Master Kenobi's recent visit and the trouble that followed, no off-worlders may carry weapons on Mandalore.
Corruption is what happens when someone in power puts their own personal gain before the interests of the people they represent. A leader sacrifices moral integrity for the sake of money or power. Entire star systems have collapsed into chaos. It's every citizen's duty to challenge their leaders, to keep them honest, and hold them accountable if they're not. Lasting change can only come from within.
She's good. I like it.
Yeah, she's very good, yeah.
I
love
now
that.
they're going to second guess every
That's
leader.
my thing.
Let's go down to the warehouse district and see if there really is a food shortage.
You can try to be heroes?
Oh, boy.
Sounds fun, but
Oh, boy.
taking a lot of chances.
Yeah, they sure are.
Don't you think they're being guarded? It's corrupt.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
What are you
Oh,
doing?
that is
So,
It sounds like someone else is in here.
it's weird, but I have like a Harry Potter vibe. You know, where they constantly sneak into stuff.
Let's get a closer look.
Well, you're gonna get yourself into trouble.
And not just like a slap in the wrist trouble.
Oh no, I'm like.
I don't like this. Getting out of here.
Oh
Not
God,
your
no,
laptop.
not naturally. Oh jeez. Oh,
They can find out all
jeez.
your information too.
Now we know.
You're gonna get stuck. One's gonna get stuck.
Hey, no!
He doesn't get crushed.
Ooh.
Now I can find out who you are.
This is bigger than we thought. We're going to need help.
I would tell people right away.
We should speak to my Aunt Satine.
He said my
We don't know
aunt,
who.
right?
Yes, so
Oh my God.
that's good that he has an in. But who was in that cloak?
I'm gonna guess Ventress
Without
just for the heck of it.
people.
There's no food shortage. We found stores of food at the government port.
We made a recording of a secret meeting between what we know was a government official and a black marketeer.
But the source of this evil may be more than you cadets can handle. People can be very deceiving. You don't want to get yourselves into
wonder.
trouble.
I just don't feel like it's her.
For your own safety, you must let me take care of it.
I think she's good.
I don't know. I don't know about
Concentrate
this.
on your studies.
She acted like nothing was wrong.
We need to find someone else who believes us.
Like who?
We'll have to go to the Prime Minister.
What makes you think he'll listen?
I wouldn't
I've
know
known
with
him my whole
him.
life. He's always told me to come to him if I'm ever in trouble.
You think Duchess Satine knows who
Him
the
I don't
conspirator
trust.
She said she was
That's
going
the
to
guy.
handle it.
is? Meet me in the Palace Plaza tonight.
We found evidence of corruption.
What do you mean?
Well, we were hungry, so we decided to go look for food.
Someone just let you in to inspect the warehouse?
You broke in.
Oh, great.
So you committed a crime?
We made a holo recording. The Prime Minister is meeting us tonight to...
Are you sure that's a good idea?
That's
But I thought you
no,
said it
she
was
said
the
that,
duty
though.
of
Yeah.
every citizen to expose
That's not
corrupt
good.
officials.
Examine all of the facts.
You sound more like my aunt than a Jedi Knight.
Hey,
oh,
you don't know.
that's true.
Prime Minister,
Mm-mm.
is that you?
He is so in on it.
Yeah, I didn't trust that.
You under arrest.
Oh my God.
Under arrest.
Are they gonna kill him?
Not good.
Yeah, see?
Yay.
Good thing.
Yay!
Good thing.
That's- Ahsoka. Good.
Throwing things like
Yeah.
Daredevil.
That's no good. You can't see who it is.
Wait, stop right there.
It's a ghost. Really? Oh, see? Ding ding.
Oh wow! See, I
Which you
had
kind of
a
knew
feeling
already
that
when they were there.
I'll have to take this to
No
my
good.
aunt and warn her.
I don't think Satine's in on it at all. Like, I know I
No,
kept thinking
no,
that, but
no.
it's this guy,
Yeah.
yeah.
They took her. This is all my fault.
We tried to do the right thing.
was-
What a lesson.
Yeah.
Wow, what does he have, like a spike in his head?
Focus. We know the Prime Minister is behind this.
After my aunt, he's the most powerful person on Mandalore.
So,
Oh,
let's go
goodness.
talk to him.
That's not good. Hey, it's Minecraft. Yeah. It's like, what's that, guys?
It's what I can do for you.
Oh, she's trying to
She's
act
bringing him
up.
in.
I believe some of my students are involved in a conspiracy against you.
Intriguing.
He's not like, what? He's like, oh,
Yeah, that's
really?
right.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
exciting. I mean,
Opposite.
And that Duchess Satine was their leader. We should arrest her too.
We already have her in custody. Now, I must prepare a public statement about the Duchess and her crimes.
oh, really?
Oh.
I need to interrogate the prisoners immediately.
They have her trust, so.
Mm-hmm.
Did he buy it?
Have you found my aunt?
Not exactly.
You're talking
But I
point a
know
lot.
they have her in custody.
Sorry.
I'll find her. We'll just modify the plan a bit. You'll know when to act when I give the signal.
What's the signal?
You'll know it when you see it.
I love that line.
Right, yeah. What's that say?
Take me to Duchess Satine.
You should be calling Anakin too while she's at this.
He doesn't trust her.
Oh.
What are you doing?
I must interrogate the Duchess.
Wait, what about that guy there? Like, did he
Yeah.
get brainwashed too?
Ahsoka, it's a trap.
I see you found the Duchess.
Oh,
darling.
see.
You may stop
Oh.
overacting now, Sergeant. Using a Jedi mind trick was a very poor decision. My guards have been trained to resist such archaic magic.
Okay, yeah, it's too easy.
And now you have revealed yourself.
Oh, and she has no weapon.
Yep.
Sign the confession and admit to your treasonous ways.
There is only one traitor to Mandalore here.
The shock collar on her?
God. Oh my God.
My patience has worn thin, Duchess. Maybe this will convince you.
Oh, this is terrible.
Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Bring me those traitorous cadets.
Oh,
Pick them off one by one until you agree.
No.
Put the shock collar on Cadet Corky.
Oh.
Kick him in the nuts.
Jeez.
Good girl. Shot collar on him.
Ooh, nice.
Reflecting.
Yes.
It's like a video game.
She's gonna take off in a ship.
This was easy to remove. Yeah.
Go put around him. Shock him.
Shock it.
Good.
Good job, guys.
Excellent.
That's right. Good.
A lot of lessons.
I never doubted you, Duchess.
Neither did we.
Aw. Hug.
Right. Yeah, hug.
That's nice.
Right. Yay.
It was an honor to serve with the Jedi Knight.
And she didn't even have her lightsaber.
That's right.
You convinced untrained children to help you overthrow a corrupt government?
That was a highlight.
Sounds pretty risky.
Yes,
Nothing you wouldn't have done.
They're so the same.
Yeah, that's right.
It's funny. We can do this all day.
Corky, you be the new Prime Minister.
Yeah, right? Oh, I like that one.
That was good.
I like this art.
Yeah.
Again, we're watching in chronological order, so I was thinking we're watching a lot of episodes based on this planet with her. We're skipping though, so we're watching in the timeline order, so that's why too. So probably that's why they jumped a bit as well, so we're not just focused on one thing, because if this came out once a week when it first was released, then that's a long time, a couple months or so of watching the same arc, you know. But I really enjoyed this.
I liked it too. Very much so. Yes.
Yeah, I love the cadets, and I thought in the beginning, just judging, I'm like, oh, watch them be nasty to Ahsoka because she's an outsider, and they're gonna cause trouble for her, or she's gonna have to now go on this huge adventure, kind of like last time with her lightsaber lost, you know, when she had to go find it. Different scenario, but I thought it was going to be a whole quest for her to like prove herself, because in this situation she was cocky in the beginning, and she's like, oh well, this is beneath me kind of thing. Do I really have to do this? And her and Anakin are so alike. I love that. I love that we're always reminded, like they always show that part of them where they have to like question things. They get really like snarky towards each other and very confident and sassy, and it's great. Yeah. But a lot of lessons were learned.
That's right.
There was. I thought the cadets were going to just think everyone was corrupt always. Something was going on.
And then that would kind of screw things up, because then they would cause mayhem where it didn't need to be, you know. I'm glad that they took the initiative and went in. They actually were confident enough and were right that there was corruption there, that there was black market type stuff going on. And the guy in the cloak, at first I'm like, it's Ventress, just because we haven't seen Ventress in a while. I just wanted to guess it was some kind of Sith person, you know. But we kind of questioned the Prime Minister for a while, because he seemed so trusting. And Satine kept saying, well, it has to go deep for corruption to be this bad. And it's true, to get it this far into the politics, like, and to be successful, there's higher ups that are involved that you don't know. And I know I kept contradicting because I was still questioning Satine. I'm like, well, we don't know, it could be a big twist that she is on this. She wants to protect her people, but then greed does get in the way. She doesn't seem greedy though, and I kind of kept questioning, well, maybe she does have motives to actually be corrupt too, and is trying to act innocent in all this. But it would be perfect for the Prime Minister to be that part.
And especially when he was very happy, it looked like when Anakin said he couldn't stab.
Exactly, that was a good red flag there.
You have to take the weapon and
and you actually mentioned too that he responded differently towards certain events as well. He wasn't like, oh really, like kind of concerned. It was kind of like, oh, like an advantage thing, like, oh well, I like this. He didn't really have the right kind of emotion with the scene. So when Ahsoka first walked in and had the cadets with her and had them arrested and was talking to him. And he was like, oh, interesting, or whatever he said, but he seemed very excited about it, although that whole thing was a trap anyways.
It was a trap.
Yes, it was, and I didn't realize that at the time.
Yeah, me too. But just thinking about it, like, it just looked like that he was too openly accepting her coming in with these kids and not being like, oh, wow, there was a conspiracy? What? Like, not shocked about it. Like, he was just like, oh, okay.
I'm so happy you're bringing them to justice.
So a trick to a trick. Like, they were both tricking each other. And I love it when Ahsoka, or any Jedi, but Ahsoka, because we don't see that a lot with her, when she uses the Jedi mind trick and says, oh, to get her way. Even though it didn't work, I guess if you have two people close together and if they were weak-minded, you'd be able to control both of them. But I thought it was kind of funny how she could openly just do it to one and the other one would just stand back and be like, whatever. And I know she knows what she's doing, but again, they weren't actually brainwashed anyways because they're trained not to be.
That's right.
So that whole idea was a good twist.
And she kind of should have known that when she walked off with him and the other guy was right behind her.
Yeah.
After he pressed the red button to alert that they're going to see.
I know, because... You're in a dangerous area by yourself, and your cadets are trying to save her in a cell. This guy's far away, so where are you guys going? Like, he'd be asking a lot of questions. You could try to mind trick him, but it's still a risk where some minds are stronger than others. And yes, in this case, they're both trained to withstand that, but we didn't know that at first. So I'm like, well, he still might be a little harder to control, and if he can struggle out of it, he might just alert people to come in and help them, you know? Poor Satine, she's been through so much, and she is caring, she is for her people, and she is a little, I keep saying foggy, because she wants to protect her people. She doesn't want them to panic or know about this corruption taking place. And I know you can't really hide the fact that kids got sick and she was worried about them, but how do you explain that if you're going to hide all the evidence?
Yes, her gut instinct is to not believe it's true.
Yeah. So she's just in denial. And it's different because we do see this a lot on certain neutral planets, but that one we saw a while ago on that ice planet where that general guy was so tunnel vision in an angry, proud way. So it was kind of similar to me, but different, where he only saw what he wanted to see, where he was there for his people, but his people came first, and this other, species wasn't there before them, but they were. So he just wanted to see his own thing. And she's kind of like that too, where she's major tunnel vision, where we're neutral, there isn't bad corruption like that, we want peace, we're a peaceful community here, like this would happen. And so trying to hide that evidence, it just shows you how closed off people can get. Actually taking that back, thinking about it, at the end when she was talking to Ahsoka, she actually did say that I needed to bring someone in. So she even had a plan from the start to get help in this matter. So at least she was ready to actually take action, even though she hid the evidence. I think it was good that she did that with Ahsoka, because then they saved the day. They were able to take out the Prime Minister.
That was a perfect job for her, being their instructor, and even that lesson. I mean, it wouldn't have opened up any of this bad corruption, especially with food, of all things.
Oh my gosh,
we hear that a lot with the neutral planets. Like,
so sad.
A lot of food supplies can't get in, or people are just messing around and trying to just get money, greed, like all that, like to make the people suffer. I loved how Ahsoka did that lesson. Like, she was so good at her, at her whole her speech and just talking to them. Like, she's so wise for such a young Jedi, for Padawan. And I love what she had to say there, because it is very true, and you hope that people aren't corrupted, but it does happen when greed gets in the way. Money, like, that's powerful, and that's sad and scary. The right things were said where the cadets really listened and took that in, and then that one girl actually told Ahsoka, oh, well, we have this and we're going to meet up with so luckily she knew that. And I love Ahsoka fighting because she didn't even have her lightsaber. I know it's not always about that, but to take out all these trained guards, maybe they weren't actual guards, maybe they killed some guards and then took their outfits or something, but I'm assuming that they're just corrupt guards and they're trained. And for Ahsoka to be able to take out many of them by herself, pretty much,
I know,
the cadets are helping. I was like, whoa, so that was actually pretty cool. Like, she doesn't need a lightsaber to really protect people.
That's right,
So
I'm surprised that they didn't talk about that laptop that one cadet had. Or whatever that computer
I thought that was going to be a focus, because that's the first thing I would look up.
identify the cadet whose it was. I thought that was.
I would hack into it and
Oh,
see maybe it's not locked, and you could look and say, oh well, it's this cadet, and we could just like easily go into the school and find them, and you know, or just how much they know.
To those kids, they were like little detectives. They
were very good.
They were really good.
They were
very good. Yes.
I love how innocent they were too. Because again, first watching this in the beginning, I thought they were going to be nasty and bully Ahsoka, but they were innocent and open-minded. And I love how pure they were, because they even had like that question in their voice when they were talking, like just so innocent. And I'm like, oh my god, they're so adorable. You know, they just want to do the right thing. And it is great they have that connection, because one was a nephew of Satine.
That's
so
right.
Quirky. I like that name. He's quirky. So he seemed like a really good kid too.
He did. He was very skeptical of even his aunt.
Yeah.
When he told her. So
he was upset that she wasn't taking in what he was saying. It was amazing on how many different plots were going on. You know, where she had this from the beginning to try to expose whoever it was that was in charge of all this blackmail and corruption. Just all these different things. It was just really cool.
They did.
No,
it was
great.
It was
great.
And they were innocent enough where they told 3 different people. They told.
That was good.
They told the Prime Minister, they told Ahsoka in class.
Yeah.
So it was good.
I like how they do
Very
that, because
good.
sometimes it doesn't happen, but I love it. And again, it's a cartoon where they're trying to like show certain parts that we see, and then we're like, okay, well then we know something else is going to happen because they just said that. In this case, I'm happy because I wanted those kids to survive, and we don't always see that though, because it's war, and I still get surprised when we see a lot of clones die up front, kids die, like holy crap, to actually do that on a cartoon. It's pretty insane, you know. But it is Star Wars, and war is war. It's really bad, and
yeah, it sure is.
I like seeing an episode focused on Ahsoka and Satine. I really do like, I want to say Obi-Wan first, then Ahsoka. I don't know, I kind of borderline with them. I like them the best, and I do really like Anakin's character too. But I think those are my 2 favorite. How about you guys?
I like Ahsoka. She's really good, yeah.
Yeah, she's cool.
My favorite.
Yeah. And again, nothing wrong with Anakin.
No.
But I do like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, those 2 are my favorite. And I do like Satine. She's really up there too. And Padme, I have to give her credit as well, because she's really good at being a senator. She knows how to talk to people, and she's brave. Last episode, when she had to just jump in and talk to all these arguing people like that just can't agree on things, and she's an outsider, you know, and they just attack her. Like she tried, you know. I thought that was really cool.
Absolutely. It was almost like she couldn't just wait to get out of her seat to talk to them.
Yeah.
To talk to them. Yeah,
I thought that was
very
good.
eager to help.
Yeah, so that's good. But very fun show. I really like it so far, and I know Darth Maul appears at some point in this. That's all I know, because we know him from the movies, and Maddox and Saxon love you know, Darth Maul, and I always heard about Darth Maul about like being in this, so I'm curious if we're going to see him. And a few of you guys have been hinting, oh, you're going to see my favorite character soon, so I'm assuming that that's him. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. And we know he's pretty powerful.
Yes, we do.
Learn more about him, maybe.
Interesting mix.
Watch him show up in like season 6, like very far from now. Like, oh wait, just kidding, it's someone else. But very good show. So thank you guys for watching. Please thumbs up the video if you liked it. Please subscribe. That helps us out a lot. If you want to see our full reactions, you can see them on Patreon. Our full reactions are usually a week ahead of our YouTube, and being on Patreon really helps support us so we can create more. And we have fun. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
May the force be with you.
Yes.